Hello friends and welcome to another watch selection video. Today we have Monger against a Chinese player. I think we already know who this player is. We've seen him before. He's the same Chinese player with 20 accounts. Looking at the map, we can see that there's not a lot of food around, so it will be rather quick. I don't think they can even go out that far without one winning the game and the other one losing. But let us now take a look at the food. We have some fish here with a boar. That's about 800-900 food. Some cows, one fish, alligator crows. And on the upper part we have a boar, alligator and a bunch of fish. This will be pretty important. Same here. But those mammoths are looking kinda scary, I have to say. Let us take a look at the middle. Two cows, 5 cows, and 5 cows on both sides. Let's see how this game goes. Let's take the colors in, and of course we can see Monger playing as he should be, and the Chinese for some reason not getting a warehouse. The Chinese also had an unlucky spawn for the bulwark. He has to destroy it unless his eco goes down a bit. And he quickly makes 2 houses, which is very interesting. Instead of making a warehouse, he proceeds to make 2 houses. Okay. Monger himself. This house may be a bit bad because he blocked these workers. But other than that, it should be okay. Some extra houses going in, making sure to not be pop-capped. Let us speed up a bit. And scouts going in to scout each other. The Chinese already has his scout on their way. Finding those fishes, I think. That would be nice. And Monger finds the cows, most likely. He proceeds to get some houses. We'll probably need an extra warehouse before continuing with them though, due to his low eco. Which I mean, it happens sometimes. He probably just... yes. He took the berry upgrade, which is, I have to say, it's the right choice due to him not being sure of his food sources. Since the start of the game, barely 2.5 minutes, he doesn't yet know out of everything. At the same time, there might be no food at all, there might be some, and the Chinese starting to make some schematics. You don't have to finish it, this can be used to just scare the opponent. And getting the slinger upgrade. Looks like the usual start. However, on a map like this, I think warriors would be quite nice. Let us see some more. The Chinese just now step here. He found the cows and starts to make a risky proxy, but if he can defend this, it should be powerful enough. However, I am sure Monger has already noticed, and yes, he is indeed sending out some workers. It should be easy to defend with bulwarks and the workers, especially since the Chinese doesn't pay attention to this. Just 4 slingers just simply won't be enough. Looking at his pop, he can make more slingers due to not having a lot of workers probably. Yes, he stopped making workers. But this proxy is quite dead at the same time. Monger, on the other hand, does a slight mistake by trying to continue making fighting pits instead of getting more houses up, which he should really be doing considering he has a lot of wood. We can already see the Chinese is trying to push from the top, which is good, but at the same time, if he has only went here, it would be already over for Monger. Instead, he's trying to make a new proxy at the top, which is very risky considering how open this place is and how much of an advantage Monger has in his army. Well, it may not seem like a lot, But let's always remember he has 4 fighting pits and starts getting his houses now. While the Chinese only has those. Well, rather this one. With still no accuracy upgrade, which Monger of course took. It's rather important to take this. Let's win a bunch more fights. We can see that the Chinese will probably try to get even more proxy and defend it a bit more with bulwarks, but those workers are not looking quite healthy. Especially that now, Monger seems to be taking out his workers to try to destroy this cute food eco from the Chinese. Spamming some bulwarks here will be enough to destroy all of these houses and secure this food for him, which is a very good idea. And as you can see, the Chinese is prepared to get some bulwarks. Knowing him, he'll probably have to make some houses in front of the enemy's base for some reason. Monger is still making workers. When nice, get one more house, pretty please, you have a lot of wood. At the same time, you probably want to make a town hall soon, or rather a temple. And the Chinese is simply struggling. Why? Due to not having workers. Once more. It's not a good choice, remember. You can always push strong, but what will you do after your army is simply not enough in Stone Age? At one point you will need those workers. Monger is doing well, but by hiding these workers, not losing them by any cost. Losing this one though, and might lose this one. Yep. It was quite unlucky. Although he has those workers trapped right now, which will destroy the whole proxy, and they got off. Well, whatever. Let's see Monger's side. Simply destroying all the houses, all of his workers died. It seems like it might be over for the Chinese now. Although looking at Monger's base, he could use those workers for something, even to put them on the wood. He's also risking a lot moving his workers to those 3 bulwarks, and he indeed has lost 2 of his workers, which he shouldn't have. But he's rather greedy for those cows. Just remember that using shift you can make a certain way for the workers to go without having them to go in range. Even if the range is a bit big, the farther they are from it, the harder it will be for those bulwarks to hit them. He's slowly pushing out this proxy. The Chinese probably does not have any resources. Yep. Being forced to take the berries now, probably without the berry upgrade of course. And thankfully he got to kill 1 boar. What can he do right now? He has the proxy, but has nothing else. While Monger is steadily preparing to go Asia. The base building could use some love, but so far so good. So now of his army is here. It doesn't really need to... Well, he doesn't really have to do anything right now, but just wait as the Chinese loses the game. There we go, his house in front of the enemy base for some reason once more. But the Chinese does not give up. Indeed, he does not give up. He keeps looking for this food, and I would honestly just take this and kill the alligator with some macro. But instead he goes for the fish. Which is quite interesting, knowing that he also has it on his side. And going there, he will meet those 2 mammoths. Monger is simply destroying those fighting pits even with his slingers, which seem to be doing about 4 damage if I'm right. I can't really see. And like I said, those mammoths will wreck those workers. They will just not give up. On his side, it seems like Monger is just stealing everything. Yet the Chinese does not want to give in. He took his slingers back to destroy those mammoths for his food. At this point, honestly, I would give up it's obvious that your opponent is going Asia while you have nothing. It will take you too long to get this, and even if you do, you still have to recover. There is no chance in hell that this Chinese will win. He simply lost another game by not making workers. And Monger right now has came into the action with his bulwarks to try and secure the stone cutter alongside those houses. There is simply nothing the Chinese can do at this point. It's just about time that this game ends. Monger at the same time could make some movement to push this. I don't really know why he doesn't. He has so much resources and simply just stands in place. Those are probably some mistakes he has to fix over time. Just doing more at the same time, not having those workers in place, getting those upgrades, pushing out. And there we go, pop upgrade in the making. Chinese trying to defend with the last bits he has. But at this point there is simply way too many bulwarks. Even if he makes this, he will just waste time, as Monger is already Asia. With Asia comes new units and comes the pop upgrade, which will basically render the Chinese army useless. Basically due to how overpowering Monger's additional army will be. You can see the Chinese working pretty smart, stacking his army before anything. But like I already said, making this proxy once more will not do anything. The only way this could work if he was making warriors and for some reason Monger just stopped playing and went somewhere away so he could just destroy all those houses and those workers and blah blah blah. We already know this won't happen. Now desperately he just comes in and tries to do something. Monger seems not to be paying attention for some reason. But oh, now he's moving. That's nice. This Chinese is probably trying to cut off his food eco, but I mean at the same time just dance with one worker and from with the other. And will he lose a one worker? No, he will not lose one worker. He will not lose a single one. Pretty nice blocking with this one stringer. Maybe this was an accident, maybe not. But whatever it was, it helped a ton. Now just finish those off, fighting with workers. Better than just standing with them in place. And there we go. We can see that the Chinese once more loses due to not making workers. It's very aggressive. It would work on a map where there's simply nothing. But even with such a small amount of wood, Monger can still defend. And slowly but surely win over Chinese with his bonus resources, his bonus workers, more of his buildings, everything. Looks like that's it for this War Section Blue video. I am pretty sure another one will come out tomorrow. But for now, take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next time.